Welcome to another episode of Wild and Wonderful. I'm Jessica, a program specialist with the Forest Preserves of Cook County.
And I'm Takara. I'm a programming aide at the Forest Preserves. Our job is to provide educational and recreational programs for the visitors to the Forest Preserves.
Today, we're at Sagawau Environmental Learning Center in Lamont. This is one of 6 nature centers in the Forest Preserves.
People visit Sagawau to learn about nature, geology, and how to cross-country ski. And it's also a great place to watch for birds.
And today, that's what we're doing, birding. Finding different kinds of birds in the wild is a fun hobby for a lot of people. It's also how scientists learn about the many different species of birds. They use their eyes and ears to make observations. They learn about birds' behaviors, habitats, food choices, and health.
Today, let's be scientists. We can go out and search for some of the birds that live all around us. But before we start, let's think. What makes a bird?
What makes a bird?
It's simple to identify a bird. Look for an animal with wings, feathers, and a beak. Birds come in all different sizes and colors.
And in Cook County, we have some amazing birds. The northern cardinal is the Illinois state bird. It's easily recognized by its bright red feathers, large orange bill, and tall crest on its head. The Baltimore oriole is known for its bright orange and black feathers. Their nest hangs down from the tree branches, making it easy to recognize.
The American goldfinch is one finch that's hard to miss. The male American goldfinch has vibrant colors with its bright yellow body, black forehead, and black wings. Blue jays are commonly known for their intelligence. You might often see this large songbird perched in a tree copying the calls of hawks. House finches are usually found in loud flocks or groups that are hard to miss. You can find them feeding on the ground or perching high in taller trees.
These are such interesting birds, and they all have something in common. They're songbirds. That's the kind of bird that makes beautiful songs. Over 130 different types of songbirds can be found throughout the Forest Preserves and in our local neighborhoods too. Should we go and try to find some?
Yeah, let's go birding! When we're out birding, the first thing to do is keep very quiet so we don't scare them away. Then we say, listen and look. A lot of times you'll hear the bird first, so we want to make sure to turn on our ears.
Sing like a bird.
Songbirds are easy to hear, and each type of bird has a unique song they sing to find mates.
Knowing bird songs will help you know what birds are nearby when you maybe can't see them. Do you want to learn how to sing like a bird? So to sound like a yellow warbler, I go, sweet, 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 I'm so very sweet. And an eastern towhee sings, drink your tea. The red cardinal sounds like this, cheer, cheer, cheer.
Hey, you're good at bird songs, Jessica. My favorite was the eastern towhee, drink your tea, drink your tea. Now it's your turn. Can you sing like a bird? Drink your tea. Learning a few simple bird songs will help you find out what kind of birds live in your neighborhood. Now, let's learn how to spot a bird with our eyes.
Looking for birds.
Birds aren't always easy to see. Some of them are the same colors as trees and leaves. That's called camouflage. And of course, they fly around and don't always stay still for long. So we're going to use a trick for birding. Go to a bird feeder.
In the wild, birds can find their natural food such as insects, seeds, and berries. Some people put up bird feeders to attract birds too, like our feeder here at Sagawau. Feeders make a great location to see the shapes, sizes, and colors of different species of birds.
The house sparrow was not originally from North America. It was brought here from Europe almost 200 years ago. House sparrows are now one of the most abundant species in North America. You may catch them at a bird feeder or even taking dust baths in your yard.
You may be used to seeing the bright yellow color of the American goldfinch, but in winter, they molt into darker feathers. American goldfinches are vegetarians, only eating seeds, fruits, and veggies.
During spring and summer, male red-winged blackbirds spend a lot of time protecting their territories and can be seen chasing away other birds. They'll even go after larger birds like hawks. Female red-winged blackbirds are much less colorful than males. They sport brown streaks to keep them camouflaged while on a nest.
You may hear a mourning dove before you see it. They have a long, quiet call like someone is crying, and when they fly away, their wings make a loud whistling noise.
White-breasted nuthatches move and eat in unusual ways, up, down, and even sideways. You may see a white-breasted nuthatch many times quickly visiting feeders before flying off. They are not eating all that seed now, but rather storing some food for later.
Sometimes when I'm birding, I put my hands around my eyes so I can only see what is right in front of me. That way, I can really focus on looking for birds and trees.
Can you do that? Or I've got another idea. Make your own binoculars. With these, you can't see closer like with regular binoculars, but you can focus on a spot and be like a scientist in the field.
To make the toilet paper tube binoculars, you just need 2 tubes, scissors, a piece of string, and a stapler or tape. We can use our binoculars to watch for movement among still plants or trees.
Now that we've made some observations and saw different kinds of birds, let's journal about them.
Scientists often write or draw their observations in a journal so that they can keep record of what they heard or saw. That way, they can remember the details that help them better understand birds, including what kind of birds live in an area, are they healthy, what kind of food do they eat, and so much more.
Today we talked about a lot of different birds. Now let's use colors and shapes to show what those birds look like. So for our journals, we created some different colored shapes by cutting up paper. I thought we can build some of the birds we saw today.
It feels like I'm a scientist and an artist. I like to make the blue jay, so I'll be needing lots of blue shapes, like a square, a circle, and a triangle.
And I'd like to make the American goldfinch. I'll use a yellow circle and oval and a small black oval and a yellow triangle. Now that we have our shapes and colors, it's time to put our birds together. I'm going to place my shapes on the paper to build the bird first, then I'll glue it all together.
Here's my blue jay.
Wow, that looks great. Here's my American goldfinch.
Wow, that looks awesome, Jess.
It's been fun learning, observing, and journaling about birds today.
Because we know birds have feathers, wings, and a beak, we're able to use our ears and eyes to find so many beautiful birds.
The next time you're outside in your neighborhood, local park, or forest preserves, be sure to look and listen for birds.
And if you want to add a bird feeder at home, make sure you put in the kinds of food all local birds need to keep them healthy. Visit us at any of the nature centers at the forest preserves of Cook County to ask us more.
We'll see you next time on Wild and Wonderful.